Hi, Wendy, Spanish Crafter here. I'm back with the design with the tags from Minxy Studio UK. Now, I've done a previous video using these tags, or some of them, and I thought I would pop back with my next make. If you remember the tags, you can print out various sizes and various, denominations. I've already made one project with them. This was part of one. It's just made a concertina, just put a tab on and glued them together. So I thought I'd do a similar thing with the bigger tags, and I cut the giant one out. This was a full A4 sheet. So I folded the bottom piece up, or rather cut it off, then the design was on the front, and glued it down. So that's a nice pocket there. And I've put some lace on and a lace flower, and I'm going to get a gem. In fact, I'll probably use one of these pink ones that my friend gave me for Christmas. So I've glued that on, and they always lend themselves to having a tiny pearl in the middle. So I'm using 3-in-1 beacon glue because it's on fabric, and right in the middle I'm going to use my Cosmic Shimmer and just put a tiny dot of that. Put the pin back in my Cosmic Shimmer and get a tiny gem or pearl, teeny tiny pink one, and that can go right in the middle there. So that is a big pocket there which these tags are going to go in. So that's the first one I did, which I've just shown you. Now here I'm doing the 4 larger tags. These are about 17 centimeters tall. So I've glued one with some fabric. I've just pulled this cotton from my drawer, and I've cut a piece off, and I need to cut another piece in a minute. So I've glued 2 together. So my idea is a bit like the ones that I did with the cardboard tab. Once they're glued together, they can all just be folded over. So I'm leaving quite a gap, not massive gap, but a reasonable amount, so that they can fold into each other, if you know what I mean. So I'll just put some fabric, 3-in-1 down there. I'm still a bit nervous about doing a make on camera. I normally make it off camera and then pop on to show you what I've made. Oh, that keeps moving. Start again, Wendy. Right. That'll do. And now I need to just cut another piece of fabric that I think needs to be 13 centimeters long. One of my craft ladies brought this in for me, Denise. She works in a charity shop, and somebody had brought a bag of all offcuts in, which she knew that I did bits and bobs with junk journals. So she brought them in. This was ages ago, probably the year before last, well before the pandemic started. She often brings me things in that she knows I will use. If you just excuse me one moment. John and I have got terribly runny noses, and we're sure it's with wearing masks all the time. Because we haven't got a cold, it's just a runny nose. So it's been like this for weeks. Are these all lined up now? I think that one's slightly longer. Okay, I'm just lining them up on the bottom here, which this will be the front one, I think, so that's slightly longer. So I'll just pop that on. Okay, let's just put the glue lid on. I've still got some tags left to use, and there's another 4 there, so I will do something with those, and I've still got some of the butterflies left. I'll probably fussy cut all those out and put them in my ephemera box. So that can all be folded over and make one tag. So I have to decide which is going to be the front one, or should I put a hole with a ribbon on the front and the back? Then it doesn't really matter. I'm wondering, should I just cut that edge off there? Then it looks a bit more uniform. Although it will be going in a junk journal, but I do sort of like everything a bit uniform. Right, I need some ink just to ink off that edge. Okay, that'll do. So if that was the front, that would be okay. I'm not cutting the top off there. Right, I shall punch a hole in there and find some ribbon, which is, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I want the tallest one to be where the ribbon is. Right, let's use the bigger hole. Here's a cup of tea arriving, thank you. Perfect. Right, we should need some seam binding, or shall we use just... No, we'll use seam binding, bear with me. I'll use white, or just slightly off white. Cut a fair piece. And thread that one through. Excuse if you heard that noise, it's the dog having a yawn. John let him in when he brought my cup of tea. And I have to admit, he's just brought me a Kit Kat with it as well. Right, so that is a stuffed pocket or a stuffed tag, and we could put that butterfly on there. I think I'll use the 3-in-1 because it's sticking over the fabric as well. I printed off a sheet. If you follow Vicky from Minxy Studios, a couple of weeks ago she did a get to know me video, and she'd printed out the questions, and I've printed them out, and when I've plucked up some courage to show my face on camera, I shall do it. And there's 25 questions, varying from, you know, what did you like about school, and what your favourite colour is, favourite animal, perfume, etc, etc. But I'll have to get my mascara and my lippy on for that one. So that's all dried on nicely now. So that will be a big pocket for a journal. Lots of journaling space. And I suppose these could be decorated up a bit more, but I think they're just nice as they are, just with the fabric, and it doesn't matter that it all frays. That all adds to the junk journalness of it, if you know what I mean. So thank you for joining me today, and I shall see you next time. Bye.